Who funded the No Kings protest? A lot of questions here. Speaking of those protests, over the weekend, No Kings demonstrations were held and planned on Saturday with tens of thousands. How many people was it altogether? You guys know?
It was 12 in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale.
12 people.
In Fort Lauderdale.
You know why?
I was driving home Boca Raton, and I was passing through it, and there was the same amount. 12 people. They were all elderly. The different colored hair on every single one.
Weird.
It looked like the same people that normally go to the Pride parades were like, well, we're bored. There's no Pride parade. We'll go to this parade instead.
Yeah, they have nothing else to fucking do with their lives. But
So they flipped from No Kings to the gay one.
They went from the gay one to the No Kings, and then
All
they'll
right.
probably go back to the gay parade this weekend.
Gay Kings.
And there was, by the way, it was mostly white liberal boomers taking to the streets. This is the photo right here. These are the photos. People over. No Kings. By the way, what a week. No message. Guess what? Call it what it is. F Trump, we hate Trump, Trump, Hitler, that's your thing.
They should have called Trump. He gives the best names like Big Beautiful Bill.
Yeah, he would have hooked it up. By the way,
Here's my video.
This is Brandon's friend. You were there?
Look, no, I drove. I was going to go talk to them and like interview them and shit. And,
Okay.
but there's 12 people there, so I didn't want to do that. But
this?
look how far the guardrails go. There's like a mile.
They put up guardrails?
Yeah, because, I mean, we have our shit on lock here, so they weren't going to let them in the street.
Go ahead. Let me see this.
So for a good, I'd say at
Well, that's
least
Lauderdale by the Sea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Lauderdale by the Sea?
Look, keep going.
Oh, it's about to get wild, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Shit's about to pop off.
Look how much they anticipated, though.
Yeah, but you know what? After you have a fucking governor that comes out and says it's okay to drive over you.
And then a sheriff.
Was that it?
And then
It's
a
still going.
sheriff
No,
that
those
said,
were beachgoers, Brandon. It was a little Asian
Here
girl.
we go.
All right, come on, guys. Make us proud.
Here's the
Here we
cavalry.
go.
Here it is.
Yay! And we're done. That's it.
you know what? That changed my mind. Trump's a dictator.
Yeah.
I saw that. I went, nope, Trump's a
No,
tyrant.
Kings. By the way, that's why you have a governor that says, hey, oh, God, are we going to show this?
Oh, this is nasty.
Yeah, I can't watch that. Can we show that, Rob? Somebody getting their legs run?
Yeah, they didn't die, right? So
No, they didn't die. But hold on. So FYI, the reason that happened too, because Governor DeSantis does not play that shit. He's like, if you guys are going to stop people from getting to their cars, they're going to be able to drive over you. This person apparently thinks that they were in Florida, but this is in downtown Los Angeles where a car runs over a protester who's demonstrating and thinks that their body's going to stop a car.
This is the bravest thing that Nikia ever.
Oh, this is it. All right, play this. Ooh, I can't watch it like this.
Ooh, you're going to tear a meniscus on that one.
More than that.
And guess what? You play stupid games, you win stupid fucking prizes. Get your who came up with standing in front of a vehicle as a way to do this? And those stupid climate control people, bro. I'm telling you right now, do not get in my. I'm not playing that game.
I'll run everybody over.
I don't care.
I sent it on the group, like the whole document on how they act. It's called Beautiful Trouble, all right? If you guys want to go read it.
I don't
The
know how to read it.
action is the reaction, Vinny, all right? So this is fair game. They want to have the clip of the girl getting ran over because they run that through social media. They're like, oh, this dictator supporters, they're cold
Blood and murderers. Yeah,
blood
okay.
and murders. Look what they did to this poor little girl here. And that's what it is.
What about just a guy that's got to get to work? Like, could you imagine if that happened? I know that it won't happen in the state of Florida because of Governor DeSantis, but if you guys are in that position, you're trying to get to work. There's a person standing in your way. They've got rainbow-colored hair, piercings all over their face. They're holding a Trump is Hitler sign. Are you going to run them over to get to your destination? I got to be honest. I got pulled over by a cop on my way to podcast yesterday morning.
Again?
Well, yesterday, yeah. And there was a part of me that was like, who do I want to upset more? Pat by being late for the podcast or the cops by running from them? But that was literally the thought process. So if there's some transgender LGBTQ activist standing in my way, I am flooring it and running over them. Not because I'm angry, because I've got places to be. Don't inconvenience me with your protest.
There's people getting dragged out of their cars, too. Like, the people who don't run them over, like, they're breaking their windows and dragging them out when their kids are in the car and shit. Like, what are you talking about?
I think your fascist car won't allow it.
It won't. I bought my Jeep Wrangler 2012, great vehicle. That thing will run over a whole crowd of people.
No, here's my thing. human beings belong on the sidewalk. Okay, the street is for cars. You're protesting in the street is not doing shit. Do it the right way. Go and make a big spectacle somewhere. By the way, not only Rob going to work and we're being kind of funny and facetious. God forbid I have my mom in the car and she has to have a surgery or guys, when you see those lines of cars of thousands of human beings, think of all the problems and all the shit that's happening in those cars and you're stopping it. What if somebody has to go do a heroin deal? You're going to stop that? I got to go get heroin.
Right.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Or catch me after 2 burritos.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? The 4 p.m., the happy hour finishes at 3.
Yeah.
What do you think these people? Who do you think these people voted for in the 2024 election? Do you think they voted for Trump or Kamala?
The No
Kamala.
Kings people?
I
I think not one of them voted for Trump.
I think neither.
Okay. Really? Why?
Because you see the numbers. You see the turnout the last election. It wasn't like particularly high.
Well, here, let me ask you.
Well, compared to 2020, but 2020 had that weird spike that happened in the middle of the night.
Well, Rob, here's the thing. Do you think, Rob, maybe some of these people are Trump supporters, but when they get a Craigslist thing and it's like, hey, we'll give you $500 to $1,000, go stand your ass outside. I know some people that are Trump supporters that would do it.
Yeah,
you're not gonna hurt him. He won.
If they're not paid protesters and they're there because they honestly believe that Trump is a threat to democracy, then I would believe that those are the same people that voted for Kamala in 2024. But what's interesting about that is you're calling Donald Trump a king, a tyrant, a dictator. But they literally, the Democratic Party, literally circumvented the primary process. Kamala Harris did not win the primary. Joe Biden won the primary. Now, Kamala Harris didn't technically lose the primary because she wasn't actually a candidate at the time.
Yeah.
But Joe Biden won it. They circumvented democracy in order to install her as a candidate in the DNC to win the 2024 election. And these are the same people that are going out there going, Donald Trump's a danger to democracy. What about the DNC? What about the DNC that fucked Bernie Sanders out of the nomination in 2016 and again in 2020, and they installed a candidate in 2024 to win and beat Trump, and they lost. They got their asses handed to them.
Wow.
And these people don't even think about that. They go, nope, orange man bad. Let me go stand out with another 4 other knuckleheads with a sign that nobody can read because I'm retarded and write like that.
You know what I can't wait for, guys? And I want to move on to the next story. I cannot wait, like I'm being dead serious, for Trump to be, finish his 4 years and to be gone. And then they're done with the Hitler thing, but then they keep exposing themselves for how stupid and how ignorant and no message and they've lost the male vote and all this woke shit. It's like, what do they stand for? What are you guys standing for? Because all they're running on, the only gas left in the tank is Trump is Hitler, and that's over. That thing is barely, that tank is almost out of fuel because nobody believes your bullshit. It's over. It's over. It's done. There's nothing. So what about your policies? And I'm telling you right now, if Democrats think that AOC and old-ass balloon head Bernie Sanders or Eric Swalwell or Jasmine Crockett or David Hogg is your future, you guys are beyond cooked. It's for a decades. You're finished. You have no message. You have no backbone, and you lost it. You lost everything. You have nobody believes your bullshit. And all the media, but I'm talking about Fox too. Nobody believes any mainstream anymore. It's all bullshit. It's all propaganda. It is. It's all bullshit. And if your only thing is, hey, vote for me because that guy's bad, it's over. It's over. What's this video right here? Can you?
That's the funding for the protest.
Oh, this is
that's
it?
a topic.
They were largely a flop. There were several incidents of violence. AR-15. Is this the one?
This
Nope,
is the
this is the
financing.
funding.
Show the funding video. This is all the people.
All people get money.
ACLU. Wait, ACLU paid for that?
Part of
They
it.
funded it? Bernie? Pfft. Black Votes Matter. Go f yourself.
Pride.
Chicago
It's-
women. Oh, a bit weird. All women. Color of Change. Climate defenders. Dude, these people are fucking losers.
Well, there's this big NGO network. Like, this is where the $1 trillion goes to. I mean, it's not any, like,
And
one
what's
thing.
but Brandon, what's the Families for Billionaires? All this money, all these people. Yeah, keep playing the list. They're dumping this money to what? To cause division?
Yeah.
It's not working.
Well, it's a tax write-off for one thing because you give it to those nonprofits or those NGOs.
Yeah, look at this. Patriotic millionaires. People's Action.
Yeah.
Dude, what a bunch of pride at work. What a bunch of douchebags, bro.
Well, yeah, like you saw the Walmart chick, the Walmart heiress. She was giving a bunch of money to it too. So it's like those guilty rich people.
Okay, stop. Are you making my head hurt?
No, and there was video. I don't believe Connor has it, but there was video that Fox News covered of two people talking about being paid. They responded to ads, to your point earlier about Trump voters being out there in these protests because they're getting paid. There were two separate people that filmed themselves, TikTokers, who said, hey, I was contacted and offered $250 to go protest in LA. And then another guy put out a video saying he was paid $300 to go to New York and protest as well. So when you see these crowds, understand that these are not naturally organic. These are paid for by companies like this. And they're not only paying for the actual protests themselves, but they're actually paying for the protesters to protest.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like a company called Crowds
on Demand.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know how that's legal, but yeah, like the Elon Tesla thing, like when people were attacking the Teslas, that was a paid for thing too. So I mean, imagine like it's been 10 years now that things like this have happened we had no idea about. But this is how we overthrow countries. So like this is what's happening to us. Like our same playbook for overthrowing other governments is happening to us.
Weird. And the primary funding came from Arabella Advisors, a major dark money network backed by billionaires George Soros, Hans-Georg Weiss, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Reid Hoffman.
By the way, congratulations to Soros and Uma for getting married.
Oh my
this
bro!
weekend.
But did you see that George Soros wasn't in attendance?
Yep.
George Soros was there, right?
No, he wasn't.
I saw a photo of him sitting next to them. Or was it AI?
That was probably AI. The big report was that George Soros was not at the wedding.
Where is he? In hell, burning?
Well, I'm hoping. I don't ever want to wish ill upon anybody, but there's only one reason why you're that age and you miss your child's wedding, and it would be because of poor health. Again, I don't want to wish poor health on anybody, but he's a swamp creature that is trying to destroy democracy. So
Well, he's been trying for a while. And just Uma Abedin, like, what kind of taste in men do you have?
But what kind of taste in women does he have? Like, I see why she would want to be with a billionaire 30-year-old, but why does he want to be with some like 40-year-old who might drink adrenochrome?
I mean, if you think about it, she went from Anthony Weiner, who was a convicted, fucking disgusting, whatever he was doing with what would you call it? Pedophilia? Would you call it sexual predator?
I would say grooming more because he was texting underage girls and getting them
sending
to send
photos and stuff.
him
Okay, so
sending
whatever he
photos.
is, he went to jail for it, right? So you marry that, bro, that guy, that energy, the vibe, and then you go to Alex Soros.
I'm sorry, it's an upgrade.
No, it's an upgrade because of the money and the
Oh,
thing.
that's
but
tough, man.
No,
So
come on,
you
what
go
do you
from
mean?
convicted sex offender to
Billionaire psycho?
alleged billionaire psycho.
Which one's alleged?
well, he's
Definitely a billionaire.
the father.
Psycho part. I
Well,
get
the
what you're saying.
father, his father, it's not a secret, and it's not like the apple's gonna fall that far from the tree. He's taken over his dad's business, and just, dude,
24 billion.
Hillary Clinton was there, and all these people were there. Oh, I think George Soros probably has more.
I think they're both gay.
Well, Open Society's 24
They're
billion.
both- yeah, exactly. You think
Yeah,
they're both gay?
allegedly.
Wait, you think Huma's gay and Alex Soros
That's
is
how
gay?
it used to work before. Like,
do you mean, when?
You didn't want to raise suspicions. You're older. You get married, and everyone shuts the fuck up.
Like
about
arranged
you.
relationships. and
Maybe
relations.
I don't know. I'm not an expert in gays.
You're assuming and you're speculating.
Well, if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, and I'm sure some of us have,
Yeah,
there
frazzle trip.
Yeah, well, there are reports on the internet that Huma, and I'm not saying this that I believe this by any means, or that this opinion reflects Valuetainment or the Unusual Suspects podcast, but there are reports on the internet that her and Hillary Clinton, Huma Abedin and Hillary Clinton, were engaged in satanic sex rituals involving the drinking of blood of children and other weird things like that. So there's always been these rumors of, and I mean, if you look at Hillary Clinton, that no offense to her, but that haircut screams lesbian.
Yeah.
You ever see a hot 23-year-old with that weird haircut?
Nope.
It's an awful haircut. So everything about Hillary, when you look at her, screams lesbian. And again, I don't know if Huma Abedin was involved in the frazzle drip or not, but there's a lot of speculation.
Well, if you've been married to Bill Clinton for all these years, guess what? You're probably gonna go dyke. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
look at he's been banging young. Imagine, bro. Hillary stuck by him through all that. You think she's ever let that down?
Well, because
How
she doesn't
embarrassing
care
it was?
about. Okay,
No, she doesn't give a shit.
if you look at it from that perspective, it's like the woman who turns a blind eye to her husband cheating because he makes a lot of money every year, right? Well, she's become accustomed to a lifestyle. She likes the lifestyle. She doesn't want to lose the lifestyle. So does her husband having improprieties or a relationship mean that she has to leave him? If she does, she's going to lose that lifestyle. Hillary Clinton, it seems, is obsessed with power. And so if you leave Bill Clinton, if you go, hey, you know what, I'm going to take a stand. I want to go be with somebody who's not going to cheat on me. Well, then you're going to lose that position of power. So for her, it's, hey, I'd rather be in power than in a loving relationship. To me, that looks like somebody who doesn't actually care about the person they're with. It cares more about the power that they have when they're with that person.
So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.